So just tell me, what is the proxy bar?
How often have you thought about yourself and have you ever considered that you may have certain weaknesses? What is your weakness?
Which state of India is most affected by proxy bar?
How can a judge be removed? What is the procedure for that?
Which of the district of UP is affected by Naxalism?
What is the equivalent rank of a field marshal in the Indian Air Force?
Tell me, what is the urban Naxalism and what is the modus operandi of that? Please come.
Good evening, sir.
Hi.
Good evening, sir.
Please sit down. Utkarsh,
Yes.
introduce yourself.
Sir, I'm Utkarsh Yadav and I belong to the district Dehradun in Uttar Pradesh. My father is a retired Air Force personnel and my mother is a homemaker. I have completed my 10th from G1 Marks Upper Secondary School, Dehradun. Then on I shifted to Gorakhpur and I completed my 12th from Ratna Memorial Public School. I have completed my graduation in the Computer Science and Engineering field from Madan Mohan Malya University of Technology, and since then I have been preparing for those exams that would give me an opportunity to serve my nation.
This is the first time you are appearing for interview for CAPF?
No, sir, this is the second time.
This is your second time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, football is your one of the hobby.
Yes, sir.
You play football or
Yes, sir.
you were playing football in school?
Yes, I played football.
You played football. What are the future talent in football?
Yes, sir. So, first of all, regarding Indian players, the central attacking midfielder of Mohan Bagan SG, Apuya, is a rising talent, and the right back Noram Ramesh is also a very promising talent. In the world level, Sir Lamine Yamal Pedri of Football Club Barcelona, and along with Jude Bellingham and also Vinicius Junior, are the prospects for the very future in the Real Madrid side.
Government of India has had a initiative to search talent named Urja,
Yes, sir.
below 19 years.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about that?
So I've just heard a passing reference of it while
I
searching for
think
it.
year 17,
Yes, sir.
2017.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So just tell me, what is the proxy bar?
Yes, sir. The proxy war is a situation where there is no exchange of actual warfare or kinetic war or physical interference, physical altercations, but it is based on a propaganda which is played on a large scale. It uses cyberspace as well as it uses means of coercions as giving statements on the public spaces and in the international scale as well. And this tends to deter a state's progress as well as maligns in its image.
Which state of India is most affected by proxy war?
So I believe the most affected state from the proxy warfare, I could say that it can be Uttar Pradesh as well, because many of since the last few years, there has been very attempts to malign the image of Uttar Pradesh that it is still one of the Bimaru states and the law order situation is not good. Along with this, there is a tendency to state that the state is very high-handed in its law and order situation and it's dealing with the citizens. So yes, sir, this has been a trend.
Uttar Pradesh, which of the district of UP is affected by Naxalism?
The Sonbhadra district belonging to the south-east region of the Uttar Pradesh has been affected by Naxalism.
Sonbhadra and only Sonbhadra.
So there are some other as well. I cannot recall the names at the moment.
Okay. What is the background of this kind of activities?
Pardon, sir?
What is the background of this ideology?
Yes, sir. So the Naxal movement started from the very first Naxalbari violence that took place in that region, in the region of West Bengal in the year 1967. So it was basically a aggression towards the poor condition of the farmers and the peasants in the society. They got disillusioned that how the proletariat class or the rich class is having all the resources and they are given pennies to live on. So this led to an aggression, and in the next 1967 revolt, there was violence conducted, and since then it has been a very significant internal issue.
Is the present status of? What is the present
Yes, sir.
status of the?
So, in the recent speech, our Honorable Home Minister suggested that Naxalism is only concentrated into 6 or 7 districts in India, and 4 of them belongs to Chhattisgarh, that is Bastar, Kanker, Bijapur, and Narayanpur, and in Jharkhand it is Paschimi Singhbhum, and in Maharashtra it is Gadchiroli.
Okay, so these are the only district.
These are the districts where there is still a strong hold of Naxalism.
Okay.
Yes, sir, but there is some kind of support also existing.
Recently, the security forces have a very good achievement on this front.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard the name of that Maoist who was killed?
Yes, sir. So his alias name was Basava Raju, sir, and I'm failing to recall the actual his name.
Yeah, okay. Is Baswaraju, the alias Baswaraju.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after his death, he has been neutralized with the security forces. What would be the impact in the Ausmar?
Yes, sir. So he was a noted military commander before attaining the post of General Secretary. So, and he has orchestrated various like events of such as Chintanal massacre, Latihar massacre as well. So now the group would lack leadership and such a ferocious intent to attack the military personnel. They would also fear that when such high order official can be targeted, then why not them? As well as he was an IED expert. So the training and planning how this IED has to be
What was
planned.
his qualification?
So he was an engineer, electrical engineer from REC Warangal.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just tell me, what is the urban Naxalism and what is the modus operandi of that?
Sir, urban Naxalism acts as a front organization for these actual Naxalites. These are high intellectuals who live in the urban atmosphere, and they plan to organize funds for the Naxal movements. They also act as a pressure group, so as to soften the approach of government towards acting towards these Naxalites, and they also help them in ideological support and gaining fresh recruits from the urban region as well as from the other rural region as well, for help them in gaining the fresh recruits for their operations.
Have you heard about the Golden Dome? What is
Yes,
this?
sir. So recently this was in news because the American President, Mr. Donald Trump, has proposed a state-of-art air defense system, which would be put in place from the space. And this is the first time such a kind of militarization of space is being noticed.
This is the first kind of?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. This is the first time such large scale use of space as a military weapon.
Israel is also having this kind of system?
Sir, Israel has a similar system of Iron Dome, but it works on radars, while these Golden Dome would work on satellites.
Satellites.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Utkarsh. Why do you want to join CAPF?
So while I was in college, I first heard the term 2.5 front war. So the two fronts being obviously Indo-Pak and Indo-China, but this half front got my curiosity. I researched it more about it and got to know that how internal security is also a very essential front for the security and economic prosperity of the nation. And since then, I have pursued to join the CAPF. I researched more about it and got to know about CAPF AC entries. And since my graduation, I have been attempting this exam.
Basically, you wanted to wear uniform, I would say.
Pardon, sir?
Basically, you wanted to don the uniform.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
Achha. Okay, so your father is from Air Force?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever think of NDA and CDS, etc.?
Yes, sir. I had given the AFCAT and the CDS examinations.
You given AFCAT and CDS?
Yes, sir.
What about NDA?
So I had also appeared for NDA, but sometimes in NDA I was not able to clear the written examination, but in the other two I was once conference out and screened out several times, sir.
Okay. Your hobby is cooking.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your favorite dish? How do you cook it?
So my favorite dish is a very niche dish that is cooked in my eastern UP itself. it is named as kalonji. So it is a stuffed brinjal fry that is made after slicing open the brinjal and making a spice mix that is based also on spice, that 6 spices and some vegetables like onion and garlic and chilies. These are mixed together and they are filled in it. And again, the brinjal is shallow fried and it is usually enjoyed with chapati or simple dal and rice.
Okay. How often have you thought about yourself and have you ever considered that you may have certain weaknesses? What is your weakness?
So the prime weakness of me is that I do not trust people easily. I have certain an iota of doubt as always while trusting people.
So this belief system could have been developed over a period of time. Maybe you would have had some better experiences. Can you narrate one of those?
So as my hobby is football and I was a captain as well in my football team. So I had led my team into the finals of inter-house competition, and I play as a central midfielder. But I had appointed a person to guard as well because I used to go ahead in helping the strikers. But I had appointed a person who played as a left midfielder to defend. But when I saw that I had moved ahead in my position and he was also not there, this led our team to concede a goal, and that's why that was in the final minutes of the game, and we lost 2-0. 1-0, and yes, so that was one example when I had trusted a person. He had let me down.
So you will not believe other people.
So there were other.
If there is one air crash, you will stop traveling by air.
Pardon, sir.
If there is one air crash,
yes, sir.
You will stop traveling by air.
No, sir. It's not.
So it was just one of those aberrations, maybe not intended, maybe whatever else.
So it could have been, sir. And
yeah, so how
and
can
other also, sir, as there was another incident as well, sir. As I was additional secretary of Entrepreneurship Development Cell, and we had organized a quiz competition, and one of my colleague just took my presentation that I had made for the presentation purposes and for the conducting the quiz, and he gave it to a senior. Maybe he was under coercion or force, but he should not have given it to them, and this led to a wide controversy while the quiz was actually being played out, and this led to a bad name for my society as well as for me as well as an individual as well.
In the armed forces,
yes,
the
sir.
CAPF, wherever you are, you have to have a lot of trust.
Yes, sir.
Both in your seniors, juniors, and your colleagues.
Yes, sir. So that's why I have again refined my beliefs that now I trust and verify, because I just do not completely trust a person, but yes, I do make some checks that whether the things are going nice or
there
not.
There is no trust testing in the defense forces or the CAPFs.
Okay, sir.
Your senior tells you to do something, you do it. You
yes,
tell
sir.
your junior to do something, he does it.
Yes,
you trust that he will do it.
Yes, sir. I would, for the secret command, sir. Yes, I would.
99.999 it happens that way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. You will have heard or read some news about the judges, some issue happening.
Yes, sir.
And how can a judge be removed? What is the procedure for that?
Sir, the only procedure for removal of a judge is through impeachment, and the other judge in the I'm failing to recall the name of the case, but there was a method of stating an in-house inquiry in which a judge can be removed, even an FIR can be filed against a judge only when the CJI approves that an FIR can be filed.
In this instant case, what has happened?
Sir,
FIR has not been accepted.
No, sir. In this
petition has not been accepted.
Sir, in this present case, the CJI has not allowed for filing the FIR. Even the petitions have been declined.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, what will be the procedure?
Sir, for this impeachment of judge involves a legislative route. First of all, it can be introduced whether either in Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha, and sir, it requires at least a support introduction as well. In Lok Sabha, it requires a support of 100 member of parliaments, and in Rajya Sabha, it requires a 50 members of parliament support of parliaments. And if the speaker allows, then only it can pull through. And once it is passed through a majority of 2/3, then inquiry committee is made that comprises of the CGI and a Supreme Court judge, and a judge of a High Court. 3% inquiry is made,
The
and
third person is
so the third person is
some eminent from judiciary. Some eminent person from judiciary.
from eminent person from judiciary. Yes, sir. You can, and if they again go through, they claim that it is, yes, the accusations are right, then the vote, and then the movement shifts to the next house, and then it is if then there is also it is passed, then president finally gives an order, and the judge stands impeached.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, Utkarsh,
So
tell me, what is the difference between Chief of the Army and Field Marshal?
So the field marshal is more or less an honorary position given to the highest honorable person of army, and it is a post position which has 5-star reputation. And chief of army is an active position, and which is given to the highest ranking personnel in the army at present, and he is a 4-star officer. And so the chief of the field marshal is also given a baton as a mark of his honor, while the chief of army does not have such an emoluments.
So, what is the equivalent rank of a Field Marshal in the Indian Air Force?
So I believe, sir, it is. So chief, sorry sir, I'm not able to recall the actual name, but yes sir, the Air Marshal Arjun Singh had held a position of such caliber.
And who had held the position of Field Marshal in India?
So General Sam Manekshaw had held the position of.
And anyone else also? Only him? Only one?
So sorry sir, I'm not able to recall.
All right. Now, this conflict, Sindoor operation.
Yes sir.
Tell me, what does it show about the changing nature of warfare? What did you notice? Anything that you want to highlight? Couple of things.
So I first of all noticed that how the wars are not fought on a battlefield or there is any physical altercations. The use of kinetic warfare is increasing. Then the use of drone as swarm drones and kamikaze drone and all kinds of reconnaissance drones are increasing very much. The utilization of air defense has gained such a prominence that it is indisputable in its in security of any nation. And also sir, I recognized that how information warfare is essential, because India having an upper ground in all the warfare in all front, India lost a bit in the information warfare, and that led to the lukewarm response from the international communities regarding Pakistan.
And also space.
Yes sir.
Because unless you don't have information, you can't do any of these
yes, sir.
things. So what is India doing? Is India preparing for this transformation in warfare?
Yes sir.
What is India doing?
Yes sir. So as you mentioned space, India recently recently conducted a PSLV C-61 mission in which it had sent EOS-09. Unfortunately, the mission had failed, but it was a synthetic aperture based radar based system which would significantly increase the reconnaissance system. Then India has been inviting the private investment in the defense. For example, the Sky Striker drones that were used in the kamikaze model. So this was India's achievement. The multi-layered air defense system of Akash Tir was prominent in India's defense. And so the India's reconnaissance ability and ability to strike, and first of all ability to gather the information, precise information about where the terror hideouts are, and ability to strike them with full effectiveness is a testament that India is progressing in this changing warfare scenario.
Anything else that comes to your mind that India is doing? Some military reforms are taking place, keeping all this in mind. Can you highlight some of them? Have you heard of theaterization, integrated command?
Integrated command, yes, sir, obviously. So the Air Force integrated command was very essential in giving orders regarding offensive and defensive both on the both fronts. And Yes, sir, that's it.
Indigenous
Indigenous,
production.
indigenous, yes, sir.
How much India is producing arms, weapons? Any export target that you can point out?
So I have a faint amount of idea that India's weapon export target was to hit 30,000 crores. I may be wrong, sir. I'm just guessing. It was a 30,000 crore up to a year 2020, 25 or something. Sorry, sir. I'm not able to recall it fully. But yes,
Okay,
sir.
leave it.
Yes.
Now, tell me, UP has a target to become a $1 trillion economy.
Yes, sir.
So, briefly tell me which are the primary priority sector, not road and highway and all.
Yes, sir.
What are the primary sectors that it has to take care of?
So first of all, it has to focus on employment, giving boost to the MSMEs. The second, it is focusing also on the startup culture, that is startup in India, and there was a recent Global Investors Summit as well. So it has to increase the skill of its local population so that they can be beneficial as a workers, and attracting the foreign investments is a crucial part, and UP is also is in this path. Yes, sir.
It is building a defense sector.
Yes, sir, it is. Sorry, sir. It is built.
Defense corridor.
It is building a defense
Can you
corridor.
tell me which are these districts?
Yes, sir, definitely. So this defense corridor comprises of Lucknow, Kanpur, Jhansi, Aligarh, Chitrakoot, and Agra. 6 districts, sir.
And what are the challenges that needs to be overcome to set up this?
So, first of all, the infrastructure issues, the connectivity of these cities with among themselves, importing the high amount of expertise from the foreign as well as the Indian to set up, to make these tasks successful. Along with this, sir, there is also issue of logistical challenges, bringing the right amount of the technology, attracting the talents. So, these are some of the issues, sir, in setting up this defense.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our formal interaction is over.
Thank you, sir.
Now we will give you some feedback for further improvement.
Thank you, sir.
Utkarsh,
Yes, sir.
you're well dressed,
Thank you, sir.
articulate,
Thank
and
you.
I would say you speak rather well and with appropriate choice of words.
Thank you, sir.
So that's really commendable, and you're well prepared generally and have good self-confidence.
Thank you, sir.
Now, 1 or 2 points. One is that you speak a little fast. You have to speak slow.
Thank you. Okay, sir.
And not trusting as a weakness, I wonder if you should highlight this.
Sir, pardon, sir.
Not trusting,
Huh?
depicting as your weakness, I wonder you should avoid it in the interview.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You may work on it,
Yes, sir.
but not mention in the
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
interviews.
Yes, sir.
That is all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Well, Utkarsh, you are a good candidate.
Thank you, sir.
Avoid verbosity.
Okay, sir.
You tend to get into a kind of a debate mode of explaining and trying to convince. You don't
Okay,
have
sir.
to. If you ask what are the lessons, you give 1, 2, 3. Okay. How has the warfare changed? You say 1, 2, 3. You just give the points. You don't have to go into explanation.
So there is always a feeling of inadequacy from my side that
You have to keep in mind
Yes, sir.
that people who are sitting on the board, they know the answer.
Okay, sir.
So the moment you use keywords, one will know that you understand the issue. How deeply you understand the issue, they will come to know.
Yes, sir.
All right. Then third is that I think any number of questions can be asked.
Yes, sir.
So because you are generally good, questions may be tough for you. So when is your interview?
So 26th of May.
26th of May. So you don't have much of a time.
Yes.
So I think you should use on UP
Yes, sir.
economy.
Economy.
That you have to strengthen. Get a bullet points note.
Okay, sir.
What are the economic challenges? Like I asked you, $1 trillion economy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not all those roads and employment. No. sectors I said, you have to listen very carefully.
Yes, sir.
Manufacturing, IT, you know, agriculture, tourism, religious tourism. You know,
Yes, sir.
these are the sectors that will boost the economy. So you should also have some facts and figures,
Obviously, sir. Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
to convince that you know the thing. And then security.
Yes, sir.
You tend to have a good knowledge on it, but you also need to be aware of, you know, new developments that take place in the next 2 or 3 days. So read the paper. I would suggest that make some bullet points note
Yes, sir.
on major issues, like say lessons from Operation Sindoor. Someone may ask you theatre command, what are the challenges?
Yes, sir.
You know, so have some points there. So make some bullet points note, which should include facts and figures. It should also have challenges and government policies. Like I asked you, what is the government doing?
Yes, sir.
So theaterization you forgot.
Theatres, yes, sir.
Agniveer,
Agniveer.
all these drones, you know, you need young people with science background.
Yes, sir.
You can't have those jawans because you are not crossing the border now.
Yes, sir.
Aeroplane is not going into
Aeroplane is not-
Pakistan, it's all inside.
Yes, sir.
So you need young people with scientific knowledge. So Agniveer scheme, that is one of the justification why government brought in Agniveer.
Yes, sir.
So you have to give that kind of answer to
Connected.
show that you are understanding the issue
Yes, sir.
very deeply.
Yes.
So you have very few days left, but I think read the paper every day.
Okay, sir.
Some of the questions might come from the paper. Otherwise, you are a very good candidate. I'm sure you will succeed.
Thank you, sir.
Best of luck.
Utkarsh,
Sir.
we have given you the feedback, detailed feedback,
Yes, sir.
and you have to work on it.
Definitely, sir.
You want to ask anything from us?
Sir, how to improve this? I always feel a need to like give adequate amount of information. Like I have to convince. How do I tackle this?
You have to be structured for that. He's already told you.
Yes, sir. One thing is,
There is a penalty of answers, knowledge, but you have to give the desired one, which is required by the board.
yes, sir.
I need only the 5 points related to any issue. So you should able to find out what are the 5 points, and you should convince that much, because the board is having the limited time.
Yes, sir.
He has to ask, so many members are there. Everybody has to ask. The timing is given for that. So within that, you should be given the important point, so that the board will be convinced and you will be able to satisfy. Otherwise, there is no depth of knowledge.
Yes, sir.
You
Definitely.
can talk hours on any issue, but it will not serve the purpose.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So regarding development of the ideas, I have to read 1 or 2 papers. I am reading Indian Express on a daily basis. So for the last 2-3 days, should I include the Hindu as well?
One paper is sufficient.
One paper is sufficient.
Now, don't enlarge the thing. Read one paper thoroughly. Also read the editorial.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, because some new issues are coming up. So, third-party mediation. These are very, open-ended kind of a thing.
Definitely.
Answers can be discussed in hours. But how do you put it down in few lines?
Yes, sir.
So, unless you don't have crystal clarity, you will keep explaining.
Yes, sir.
So, read the editorial, read one paper thoroughly
Okay, sir.
every day. That's enough.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.